My dearest followers, and of course those who are new to my channel, I was a bit silent for a few days. The madness out there seemed to be a bit overwhelming, and well, it still is. But life goes on every day, and what's better to fight madness than madness? So, without further ado, let's see what Lotus has to say about the flat earth. And, well, about several other things. So, here we go straight in. The earth is still flat, according to Jim, and yeah, Jim is dull, really is. And I had to save you from real bad music also, because I don't want to have a strike for that, what he's listening to at the beginning of his video, so please forgive me for that. I've cut out a few minutes of him sitting there doing a kind of sitting dance, or maybe he's greeting the black sun. We don't know exactly, but it's not worth watching it, believe me.
Flat power. You're on a flat earth. This right here is a new painting that I did, and a new flat earth model. This is your true flat earth model here. There it is. Marvel at it. Look at that. The astral northern lights. Summerland. The black sun. With the northern lights shooting out of the black sun there. You're creating the northern lights. With the black sun creating the northern lights. And Sumeru. Mount Sumeru. Mount Meru. Just like I'm talking about, Mount Meru.
Hey, yes, sure, you did all this fantastic drawing on your own. Oh, I'm so impressed. Especially by the black sun shooting out northern lights. But one question, Lotus Boy. How the heck may a dark body radiate light?
So we've been talking about the whole time here. And there's a center hole, there it is, right there. See the sun and the moon, 3,300 kilometers from the North Pole. And as you can see, Mount Meru in the center here, right here, the lake, looks like a big lake in the center there. I painted a nice little pool there, and you can see the mountains going around it, the build up around it, going up high. That's Mount Meru.
Mount Meru at the whirlpool, or is it more like a pile of shite near Mount Moran?
That's the tree stump right there. That's what this model is showing, laid out for you on a flat, laid out flat for you, so you can see it like that way. And then there's supposed to be a whirlpool there, and maybe something else there too in that pool.
But first, tell us more about Sumeru thingy.
But it looks like that. I think that's Mount Meru right there. The edges coming up here, around this right here, and around these high edges coming around here. That looks like that would be
Mount Meru at the whirlpool. Or is it more a pile of shite near Mount Moran?
And that's the tree stump right there. And then the sun will be 3,300 kilometers. And there's the North Star, the polar star, right there. This map right here There's your astral northern lights, which would be your ass trailing lights, which means that that's the navel of Mother Earth is right here, like I was showing you in the Da Vinci painting.
So you think the northern lights show to Mother Earth's navel? This is turning more into a biology class at the moment.
That's the navel of Mother Earth right there. There's your navel, this right here, and it all spirals out from there. Everything spirals out from the navel of Mother Earth, the omphalos of the Earth, the navel of Mother Earth.
Okay, there's a tree stump next to Mount Moron melting in the sun, which is only 3,300 kilometers away, just next to the North Star. Sorry, Lotus Boy, my brain starts to hurt now, really a bit.
This is the navel of Mother Earth, right here on the creation disk, or the accretion disk. They also call it the accretion disk, which when you take the word accretion, as you see it right there, you can take it and put the A after the E, and then you get creation.
Whatever bullshit I ever heard from any flat earth con artist by now, an accretion disk around Earth is a totally new one. I have to give you that. So does it mean the navel of Mother Earth is actually like a black hole? Or are you talking about the space between your ears?
Disk. So the accretion disk is actually, the creation disk, which is what we're created on.
But please, Lotus Boy, before you start to make a complete idiot out of yourself by changing random letters and getting into numerology, at least put a second C into accretion, okay?
We're created on a disk. That's where everything spirals out from a disk form, like that, and then comes out. As you can see, there's other lands that come out on the disk. They keep coming out and out and out forever, all the way out to where we're at right now. But this is the center right here. This is the North Pole right here. This is the North Pole, the center of, there's where the North Star is. There's the North Pole. And that's where you make your Freemason compass right there. It forms your compass as the lines come in towards the black sun right there. And then there's Summerland underneath there.
I got to stop and breathe real deep now. So, the North Pole is the navel of Mother Earth filled with a whirlpool which spits out land, which then drifts around the other side of the disk into the light of the black sun, which is actually a reflection of the light of the other sun, and something with Freemasons. That's hard stuff, really. May I take a sip of your wallpaper remover, Lotus Boy? Just for good measure.
Underneath the black sun seems to be like a pool of water at the North Pole, like that, a big pool of water right there with the big mountains around it. And then the sun comes around into it and shines off of the black sun underneath it and creates your aurora borealis astral lights. And that would be your Christmas tree lights on your Christmas tree. That's what's representing the lights on your Christmas tree.
No, they don't. Thanks for getting back into less muddy waters. The Christmas tree was simply stolen by Christians from Celtic cultures and implemented into Christianity. That's why there is no Christmas tree and no Christmas either in the Bible or in Judaism, you moron.
And then the tree itself, the globes on the tree, the spheres, are the fruits on the tree. And the tree also represents Kabbala, like the calabash tree. That was a huge, big tree. They call it the tree of life. That's where Kabbala comes from. That's why people practice Kabbala. They're practicing from the calabash tree, the tree of life. That's what they call Kabbala, uses the tree of life. And they talk about the Sephiroth, which are spheres. Sephiroth means sphere. So the Sephiroth on the tree of life, that's 10 Sephiroth, they're talking about the spheres, which are fruits on the tree of life, which is fruits on the calabash tree. That's what Kabbala means. They're just talking about a big tree. Everything you talk about is a big tree. This is the tree of life, the center tree right here. We all come from trees. All of your nationalities come from trees too.
We all grow on trees? You made the step from moron to idiot pretty quick.
So my nationality is Assyrian. I'm Assyrian. And there's actually, I just found out recently that there was a big tree called the mighty tree Assyrian. The mighty tree Assyrian. And everybody would gather around the big tree in that area, the mighty tree Assyrian, and it would feed everybody. And that's where I come from. I come from the Assyrian nationality. That's the Assyrian nation. Get it? Okay, there we go. This is our nation. My nation was a big tree called Assyrian. And that's where I come from. We all come from that. There's the Joshua tree. I just told my friend his name is Joshua. I said, you come from the Joshua tree. And that's a big tree. Joshua State National Park is a big tree.
So you tell us that all names come from trees also? Like the Donald tree and the Betty tree and the Jesus tree. If you would talk about a nuts tree as your origin instead, that would be maybe better.
Tree stump. The mountains at Joshua Tree National Park are a big tree stump. And they put Joshua Tree right there. So there used to be big trees covering this whole place. And that's what this was right here too. This was a big tree stump. This is this map right here. Right here, that's this map. Same thing, but laid out this way. See? We laid it out like that. See? See that? See how that looks familiar? Right there? Take a look at that. Boom, we laid it out flat, like that. Like that, flat. And then it starts looking like that. See? Boom! See the same difference as that? See, we got a disc right here and a disc right here. Boom! And then we got Mount Meru in the center here with a tree stump in the middle here. And it's a water, same as the thing. See, this is just this laid out right here. That's all that is. It's that right there. Same thing as this.
So, the North Pole is not the navel of Mother Earth, but a tree stump? Lotus Boy? Now I'm confused. And what map is that? One of Neverland?
Right here. And that's what happens when you get here, is the sun comes around. This is taken from a Freemason who drew this out. So a Freemason cryptically drew this out, and I copied it here. So this is coming from Freemasons here that are, he was in a black robe. It was very cryptic, and he drew all this intricate stuff out and showed how this happened, and I copied it here. And I'm letting you see what he had here.
So you met a Freemason in a black robe and he told you that. Okay. Where did you actually meet that Freemason guy? May I guess in an opium den?
And talking about how the sun and the moon come around each day to the North Pole and create your astral northern lights here. And then that's the Christmas tree. That would be the candy cane on the Christmas tree is your astral lights coming in down into the black hole sun. That's what the candy cane is. That's what the candy cane represents on the Christmas tree.
No, the candy can represents a candy can. That's what it is about. But you, Lotus Boy, you represent all what happens when idiots confuse everything which is possible to confuse and talk on YouTube about it. In other words, you are even more delusional than CC. And believe me, that's nothing to be proud about.
How the sun comes around and goes into this black hole here and creates your aurora borealis lights. And that's where you get your astral lights, but they call them ass-trailing lights from the navel of Mother Earth. And that's very important that we all get here. We got to get here someday and drink these living waters. And I hear you live forever. And look how it says Summerland underneath it. I hear when you go to these waters and you go underneath these waters into the lands below it, you can live forever. And you get back to the big trees, and it's called Summerland or Sumeria. Or Sumeru, Mount Sumeru, or Sumeru, or Sumeria, Summerland. And that's what the Freemason called it. He called it Summerland. So once we go down below here at the North Pole, we get to a place called Summerland. Okay, this is what everybody's talking about. This is what we keep talking about. We got to go see what this place is about. That's what it sounds like we all want to go there and become one there. That's where we come from.
Nope. Sumeria is in the Middle East and absolutely nowhere near the North Pole. And I strongly doubt that you will live forever if you drink water there from a river. Despite, I guess you're used to quite weird drinks. Lotus Boy, how does petroleum taste again?
You know, being out here in the outer lands and these outer spaces is real dangerous, as you can see. You know, we need to free this place up out here and free up this whole land and then go back home to the center, right here. That's the center of the North Pole, not the pool. It's supposed to be a whirlpool of some sort there. It's secret. They block it off. They don't let you go there. This is where they won't let you go. This is what they're hiding from you right here. They're hiding this land from you. This is what they're hiding from. This is the big secret right here. This is what they're talking about. This is what Christmas and this is what every damn thing that they're talking about is about.
Since when they are hiding the North Pole from us? We all know they are hiding the ice wall and the flying Nazi saucers and all this stuff on the South Pole. Yes, that's common knowledge also, at least in your circles. But the North Pole, you actually know that there are flight routes and ship routes very close to that. That's the reason why they are called North Polar routes. Lotus Boy, somehow I think you are really an idiot.
This is the X marks the spot. The 4 rivers run into this. This is what a disc means. This is what a record player means. This, when you put a record on the record player and you play it, this is the sun and moon going on the record player. There's your record player right there.
Okay, I haven't had a record player for quite a while now. But as far as I remember, it didn't remind of a Christmas tree at all. And there were no suns and stars and moons and whatever hovering about and around. And no, also not any Ars light shining out of it.
And then in the center is where you want to get to. Every video game is talking about getting to the center of the video game. Every video game is describing this. Every game that you play, you have to get to the end, which means Eden, which is Mount Meru. Mount Meru means Eden, the Garden of Eden.
Lotus Boy, can it be that you're somehow stoned? Mushroom soup for breakfast? Just asking.
The word end means Eden, so every time you get to the end of a game, you're getting to Eden anyway. So any game you play and you get to the end, or the end of anything, you're going to Eden anyway. So it's in your face, every word you say.
No, the word end means end. And if you would have read the Bible, you would know at least that Eden is very much at the beginning of the whole thing and not at the end.
And everything that they do is called spelling, and it's spellcraft and spelling. So every word that you say is a spell, and every word means something.
Hey, that's the first reason in all of your bubbling. Yes, every word means something. That's a concept of language, actually. And the difference between you and the majority of people, we use words in their intended meaning to have a conversation. You instead just spit around meaningless, incoherent nonsense.
They don't create a word for no reason at all. Every word means something, and there's a hidden meaning and symbols behind every word. And symbols and hidden meanings are what rule this whole world. So once you know that, you can understand everything. And this is some real high-powered, top-secret, interesting stuff we need to know here. And this is your true cosmology. This is your true map where you truly come from. This is the flat Earth map. It's on a flat Earth. As you can see, it's flat, and the lands keep going out forever from here. And once you get to this pool in the center, everything else spirals out from there. There is no land after that. I love you all. Flat power. The Earth is flat, and satellites do not exist. Infinite love to you all. Take care of yourselves.
What should I say? Now that we know everything, now that the big secret is out and Jim Lotus loves us nearly as much as his toad he licks every day, take care and don't lick toads like he does. If you like my content, please consider to leave a like and maybe subscribe me, hit the bell. all these nice things which makes me happy, and you hopefully too. For more utter flat earth nonsense, you may visit Johnny, who gives an epic introduction into flat earth idiocy. Have a look.